Azura, the Cold-Hearted Queen, is a tactician guardian from the water domain that commands the cold to cripple her adversaries. All of Azura's abilities have the potential to affect multiple enemies, allowing her to focus on the big picture of a battle while her allies dominate the fray. Winter's Morn hurls ice shards in 3 directions, dealing damage and chilling the first enemies they hit. Enemies that have been afflicted with chill take an additional 30% damage from other sources. With its long range, wide coverage, and short cooldown, Winter's Morn is great for harassing enemies from afar. Winter's Morn should be used as much as possible to keep opponents chilled, increasing the effects of Azura's other abilities. Biting Cold spawns spinning blades onto an allied guardian for a short period of time, dealing damage to all nearby enemies. If an enemy is chilled, their attack speed will be reduced by Biting Cold. Cast Biting Cold on melee guardians in the fray to let Azura keep her distance and focus on her ranged attacks. Arctic Squall spawns a blizzard which slows enemies in an area of effect. For each second enemies remain in the blizzard, they will be slowed by an additional amount. Enemies that are chilled will also take damage over time. Use Arctic Squall to halt fleeing opponents, allowing your allies to give chase for a killing blow. Creeping Glacier releases an ice cascade along the selected path, dealing damage to all enemies it crosses and freezing them for a short time. Creeping Glacier is best used to initiate teamfights, giving you and your team time to inflict massive damage uninterrupted. Follow up Creeping Glacier with Winter's Morn and Arctic Squall to give your allies the needed time to deal a devastating blow. Azura commands a lane solo by clearing minion waves to earn quick XP and gold. Her strengths are amplified when laning with other allies who also have crowd control abilities, such as Orlon or Fathom. Cast Biting Cold on Orlon before he leaps in with Wild Swing, and plant Arctic Squall under your enemies for some serious early game harassment. Strike your enemy with Winter's Morn as they flee, and Azura can help secure some kills. Kar and Azura can devastate opposing teams by combining their abilities for massive AoE damage. Cast Biting Cold on Kar before he unleashes a fire nuke to pull enemies in and stun them with Hot Shell, giving Azura time to cast Creeping Glacier and Arctic Squall. The remaining team member can pick off the scraps for a truly catastrophic combo. Azura benefits most from attack speed and movement speed items. Slipstream Hourglass reduces your cooldowns by a half second with each basic attack. This gives Azura quick reloads on Winter's Morn to always keep her enemies chilled. Kinetic Kickers are key to your survival as the match carries on. If you take damage while wearing Kinetic Kickers, you will receive a boost in movement speed to support your escape. Ryan's Talisman bolsters the effect of your next ability for each auto attack, making Winter's Morn a deadly ability for all those who stand in Azura's way. Azura's wide-scale crowd control can give teams the ability to suppress enemy activity and make opponents vulnerable in teamfights. Azura can give any team the opening they need to send their foes to an icy grave.